Akizuki, where are the documents I asked for?
Oh, yes. Those are right over... Wait.
Oh, this one, geez, clean up your desk.
My name's Riku Akizuki. I'm a businessman at a small company. I switched jobs and entered this company, but... this company's all women! Women! It was a company with an extremely heavy female population. So, with my weak looks, I was often used. Oof, I was scolded again. I still haven't gotten the hang of my job, and I keep having a lot of responsibilities. Without time for looking back, the company's morning meeting starts.
Good morning.
The woman who stands in front of everyone and starts this morning meeting is an elegant, cool beauty. Her name is Kaede Shinomiya. She was a CEO at 35, a working woman. She was admired by everyone, and she doesn't smile much, so she had an unapproachable aura. I was also one of many who weren't comfortable around her.
What are you doing standing there? Get to work.
Sorry, I was organizing the documents I got from everyone when I heard a voice behind me.
Akizuki again.
The one that was sighing as she spoke was my direct superior, Honoka Kihira, 32 years old and a manager.
What is this desk? It's too messy. Are you really working?
Sorry, I'll clean it right away. I was an underling, so a lot of my work was random stuff. The documents I received from everyone was on my desk. My desk did look like it was disorganized. I was blundering around when the manager ran out of patience and asked me to do something.
Just go make copies or something.
Yes, ma'am. I was about to leave my spot, and I heard whispering around me, and my shoulders slumped internally. Another day, the office was overflowing with women as always. Among them, there was another man, but there was an air of handsomeness about him.
Jun-kun, wanna go out for drinks tonight?
Drinks? Shall we? There was a burst of excitement at Jun's happy response. The obvious extrovert was Jun Ono, 28. He came in a little after me, but he was so popular. He was easy on the eyes, I guess. Anyhow, he was popular with the women in the office. I mean, the only men in the office were him and me, so I guess.
Jun-kun is the handsome and he has good vibes and he's the best. In contrast, this plain nerd has nothing to offer. It's sad.
The way people look at me hurts me. All I can do is keep working. I focused on the computer in front of me to not think about it. Suddenly, I blacked out and my vision was cut off.
Are you listening? Can't you be a bit more like Jun-kun and be welcoming? You're so useless.
Sorry. Honoka-san, you shouldn't bother. Riku is a stickler. That's his thing.
Whatever. I don't think he's ever even had a girlfriend.
He's surrounded by such cute people. It's a shame. Leave me alone. I couldn't keep up with the people around me, and I was struggling when I heard a familiar voice at the door.
You all, working hours are not over yet.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It was pure authority. The CEO's attitude got everyone in line. I was slightly relieved and calmed myself down.
Manager, I want to discuss the next project.
The CEO walked over to the manager in her high heels. Naturally, the distance between us was closer. My back straightened naturally with her elegant, authoritative aura. Then, I felt eyes on me and raised my head to find my eyes meeting the CEO's. The CEO looked at me for a few seconds and went back to her office as if nothing happened.
Akizuki, fix this quickly. We need it in the afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, also a guest is coming, so can you get things ready?
A few days after the incident, it was close to the deadline and the office was buzzing. I did my own work and checked off the tasks that were given to me one by one. The computers had a task folder for each person. These folders were separated by format and fonts based on people's taste. Everyone had their own taste, so it was a result of me absorbing it all. It was all just my own discretion, so I didn't know if it was good or bad, but...
Akizuki, are you doing your own work? The deadline's today.
Oh, yes, here it is. I opened my computer and showed the manager.
You're doing even these small things?
Oh, I was matching everyone's taste, so it became more detailed.
That's inefficient. Huh? You put in the schedule and did that much?
If I don't have a general grasp, I can't delegate.
If you have time to do that, you should build up your own skills.
The manager had her own way and showed displeasure at my methods. I guess I'm using more time on supporting everyone rather than on my own work. My inability to say no is causing trouble.
You're a sidekick. Be manly like the man I look up to, Ryuji.
Oh, Ryuji-san. There was an article on the current popular Ryuji on my desk. The manager was a big fan of Ryuji, and she always went to the fan meetings.
Compared to you, it's like the moon and an ugly turtle.
The manager hugged a fashion magazine with heart eyes. I laughed uncomfortably.
Why are you judging?
Phew, let's organize. The sun went down and there were no people in the office. I was alone. The computer screen flashed. I hit the keys on my keyboard.
What are you doing?
Ah! A voice in a supposedly empty office. It was the CEO. Ma'am, I thought he went home.
I was working. What's this file?
Oh, I made everyone's schedule. I can't delegate if I don't know, so... The CEO stared at the screen. Whoa, her face is so close! The CEO didn't realize and took the mouse from me with serious eyes. Her eyelashes are long. Her skin's light. I was gazing at her when the CEO looked my way.
Ah!
My heart skipped at her cute reaction that was different from the usual coolness. Sorry.
No, me too. Go home.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do that. I'll do that right now. We felt awkward, and we left the office quickly. The CEO yesterday, she was different than usual. I was in the meeting room remembering yesterday's events and getting ready for the next meeting. The CEO's red face, that was my first time seeing her like that. She's always tough and I've never seen her get shaken. Suddenly, the door opened and people came in. For some reason, I hid. Why am I hiding? I didn't do anything weird.
Wait, I thought I dropped it over here.
A woman looks around under the desks. I knew from her voice. It was the CEO. She came closer and closer. She was approaching the desk I was hiding under. Then, I noticed that there was a bear pen near my feet. Is this what she's looking for?
Ah, found it.
We both stretched out her hands and our hands touched. Oh! We looked at each other like we did yesterday.
What are you doing here?
I wasn't blowing off work. I was getting ready for the meeting. I was surprised when people came in and hid. My heart was thumping from shock, and I started to make excuses quickly. The CEO looked at me with suspicion. She breathed out.
You're always supporting those around you.
She fixed her long hair and whispered as if to herself. Sorry, that I didn't do my work well.
I didn't say that was a bad thing.
Huh? I froze at the unexpected words.
Let's see. If you wait a little longer, I'll set up a more workable environment for you.
She softly took the bear pen from me and put on a soft smile.
Ma'am, what should we do? We're double booked!
A few days after that, the panicked voice of our manager echoed throughout the office.
The 2 meetings in the afternoon are on top of each other. The CEO said calmly. Oh, this has been adjusted beforehand. Someone informed me. Someone?
The manager mumbled, but the CEO paid no mind and started preparing the next meeting.
Can I have the thing we prepared?
Oh, yes, here it is.
Thank you.
In passing, The CEO took the documents from me. Then, she left. I was getting asked to do more and more by the CEO.
Hey, did you see the bulletin?
One morning, when I got off the elevator at work, there was a slightly breathless voice. I figured it had nothing to do with me, so I was about to pass by when I was stopped.
Akizuki, your letter of appointment is posted.
Huh?
What is this?
There it was, Secretary to the President, Riku Akizuki. I haven't heard anything.
Why are you the president's secretary?
When I entered the office, the gossip was all about today's letter of appointment. I felt in my skin that I was getting attention. I wanted to sit at my desk, but it was difficult to do so. There was a voice calling me from the president's office.
Akizuki-kun, come here.
I wanted to leave where I was, so I quickly ran away into the president's office. I asked the president, what is this about?
Well, it's just like it says. I told you I'd create a workable environment for you. I think that this is the position that best fits for you. I've always thought this. You're a better fit for a support role than a leading role. Since you've entered this company, everyone's efficiency has gone up significantly. It's because you've stopped doing useless things. Everyone has things they're good at. You know that best.
From that day, I became the CEO in everyone else's support and pipeline. I was asked to make sure communication ran smoothly. Of course, I adjusted relationships with clients too. The other employees were confused at first, but slowly, they accepted it. I also struggled with how to accept this role. But what I was doing was like an extension of what I had been doing, so I thought there wasn't so much of an issue, with some exceptions. A few months passed, and communication with the CEO was getting better when it happened. What? The talent is there, but the studio isn't ready? Bringing in the goods is scheduled for a different day? Today was the day of an interview for a magazine article. But it was different than always, and things were strange. I was checking in with each position, and it seems that the dates were mixed up. The announcement was made for this day, but I'll make sure with the manager. I hurriedly checked in with Manager Kihira and looked at the schedule.
We specified the date a week from today and informed them.
We did our job over here. Wasn't it the president's secretary's mistake?
Just because you're a little bit above us, you have to do your job.
The manager and June insisted that they had no responsibility. They told me to take care of the rest. I saw their attitude and I pushed down what was coming up inside of me and calmed myself down. When I checked my computer, there was history showing what they had told me. I'm sorry, it was my mistake. I'll check with the studio and make adjustments. I'm sure I double-checked with the manager a few days ago. I'm sure she said there was no problem.
There's nothing we can do about a problem that's occurred. Let's just do what we can.
Yes, ma'am. That day was a special article for a famous celebrity. I squeezed my phone and called.
It looks like the photo shoot is going well.
Yes, I always have a backup plan prepared.
Yes, I'm glad I made you my secretary.
Ma'am. In front of us, the star of today's photo shoot, Ryuji, was posing in front of the camera. This time, we changed the locations and resolved the issue. Due to the CEO's reputation and suggestions, it looked like we could move forward as planned. Thank you for accepting our last-minute location change.
It's nothing. He says you can't go wrong with what Riku says, so it's okay. He's okay too.
I was deeply grateful for Ryuji's manager's words. I'm sorry. Thank you. Break time! They were able to change the locations, huh? I'm glad.
I didn't know what would happen. Nice job, secretary.
Manager. June. The manager's members were in the studio to help.
Ryuji in the flesh. You're so handsome.
Hanoka, you're too excited! I think the manager said she was a fan of Ryuji. When the interview was decided, she couldn't hide her excitement. We told them that we'll definitely like to take on this project, but I'm sorry we caused trouble. But I'm sure I checked multiple times. I wonder why this happened this time. I was thinking back by myself in the corner when I felt a shock run up my spine. Ooh! Riku! Long time no see! Ryuji-san, you're an adult now, so do something about greeting people like that. Shut up! I'm seeing my old buddy after a long time! I was fixing my suit, and the manager and June had shocked faces and open mouths. Oh, are they from your company? Take care of Riku-chan! Then, the CEO came by.
Ryuji-san, thank you for accepting the sudden changes today. I heard you okayed the interview with open arms.
Of course! I can't refuse an offer from him. He's my former manager. What? Ryuji put his hand on my shoulder and patted it. He's younger than me, but he's really skilled. He looked after me when I wasn't doing well for a long time, and I thought I could finally pay him back. But he got sick from the hard schedule. Well, I'm super healthy as you can see though. Ryuji revealed his relationship with me with some jokes here and there. Stop with the stories from the past. Also, it wasn't my doing that you got more work. It was your charm.
You guys are close.
The CEO laughed with such a soft smile that time stopped for me. Ryuji-san, over here please! Oh, let's keep working well together then. He bowed his head, and the three of us were left. After a moment of silence, I was bombarded with questions.
Wait, what is this?
Riku-san, why did you keep it a secret?
You knew I was a fan!
Oh, stop it, my neck will break!
Manager, leave it at that. But ma'am! We will resume the photo shoot soon. Calm down. Okay. Also, I have to talk to you too. Talk?
I fixed my suit again. The CEO looked at the manager and June.
About the problem this time, you said that Riku failed to confirm the date change. Yes? Riku double-checked with you a few days ago. Why didn't you point it out at the time? I didn't think the dates would be wrong. I see. This is the computer our company manages. There are 2 pieces of data in the mail history. There is one that has today's date, and a week later, the one that was changed. Why do we have these here? Huh? Wait, why didn't you take care of it?
Honoka!
Manager Kihira, your recent attitude is not pretty. When you started out, I felt your honesty and passion. It's a shame. Not only did you turn your back on your subordinates' talents, but you purposely failed them. You failed as a supervisor. Please reflect on what you've done. I'm sorry.
The manager clenched her fists and looked down.
Ono-kun, you too. Don't participate in something useless and use that time for your own work. You're slipping.
I'm sorry.
That's enough. Go back to work.
The 2 of them lowered their heads and left quickly. I lowered my head reflexively. After the CEO saw them off, she faced me.
Since you came in for the interview, I knew about your history from your resume. Recently, you've been fulfilling your potential and you've been shining. I saw you like that and felt like I wanted to work harder. I'm glad I made you my secretary. What am I saying? Huh? Your face is red.
The unexpected words made me happy. The CEO laughed mischievously and poked me with her elbow.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Me too. A few months passed, and we were having our usual morning meeting in the Woman Field office.
The response to the last article is on the rise. There's a lot of buzz and we might have a series. Of course, this is thanks to everyone who took on the project, but don't forget there are people running around behind the scenes. I think you all know, so I won't say who.
With the CEO's words, everyone looked toward me.
He always helps us out right when we need it. He seems useless, but he always gives good advice. But he doesn't go out of his way to stand out. He gives us the credit. It's easy to work when you know you're being supported. So, let's all give a round of applause of appreciation for someone.
The morning meeting finished, and I headed to a meeting for the next job. Chihiro-san.
What? I told you many times that I'm not a manager anymore. We're gonna work hard. What's the next order, Mr. Secretary Akizuki-kun? Hey, you too, Jun-kun. Work harder. Talking with girls is not your only job.
Hanaoka-san, you've been tough on me. Chihiro-san takes her subordinates and heads to work. She looks back at me.
I'm sorry I called you useless. I feel like I finally know what's important. Maybe it's too late to apologize, but I'll pay you back with my work.
Chihiro-san was strong as she took Jun-kun away. I think she'll continue to support this company.
Oh, she's finally become honest.
Ma'am.
I'm glad people have come to see your charm.
Charm, huh?
Everyone's different and everyone is special. It's true. Let's continue to make a company. Let's work hard.
Let's do it! The CEO pushed my back with a kind smile. I would continue to work hard to answer her.